What's going on, boys? Today we're going to be doing some interviews. Today's topic is going to be white culture or American culture. Either or, honestly. It was a little bit of both. Yeah, we only got like 4 interviews done, but it was like 40 minutes long. Wasn't really much people out there. Yeah, it was really cold outside, and not really too many people were out there, so yeah, that's my bad. So I'm gonna try to get y'all a little banger out. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to go out there and record Sunday. Maybe go out before then. I don't know. I'll let y'all know. Y'all see, I guess. Go follow my Instagram, link in the description. That's where I'll be giving like updates and shit. I'll be posting on there and whatnot. If y'all enjoy this content, y'all enjoy that content for sure. I hope y'all boys enjoy. I'm not gonna waste too much of y'all's time. Peace. Alright, so what's your name?
My name is Susan Yates.
Nice to meet you, Susan. What is white culture?
What is white culture? I don't know that there is white culture. I think hopefully we're all just American. White, black, pink, purple, whatever.
So what is American culture?
American culture, I think, is patriotism, having pride in what we can have pride in our past, and learning from our mistakes in our past. I mean, we're by no means perfect, but I think American culture is, and if you immigrate, my grandparents immigrated here, and they maintained their culture. They were Polish. Once I was Polish, once I was Irish. So they maintained some of theirs, but they always had pride in America, and they were grateful for the opportunity to come here and learn the American, American history too, good, bad, and ugly. So I think American culture is all of those things wrapped up together, and that mesh of just that really cool mesh of all kinds of societies together,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
yet having pride in our country as well.
Yes, ma'am. So what culture should run America?
So, what culture should run America? Well, the people.
The people.
Hmm.
So no specific culture, just the people of America.
Yeah, just the people of America. And and we also have to have faith in our system. For 250 years, our it's the longest running democracy in the history of the world. That's no small thing. Um, I think that the founding fathers were, I don't know, they were guided by like some divine intervention or something. I don't know, but remind me of the freaking question again.
What culture should run America?
Oh, no culture.
No
So
culture.
the people, yeah, because
This culture.
yeah, you're ruining their video.
It's all good.
It's for school.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The good shit culture should run America.
So, yeah, no particular culture. We have to trust in the system. So when we, the people, when we vote, we put somebody in power in the presidency, in our Congress, in our Senate, and whatever. And when I was growing up, it used to be that you respect the office.
Yes, ma'am.
You voted. You might not have voted for that person, but God, I hope they succeed. Whether I voted for them or not, I hope they succeed. Because if they succeed, then we all succeed, right?
Yes,
To hope for the person in charge to fail is just kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to go back to that. We have to go back to being more acceptance of the system. Trust in the system. Let the vote happen. Go back to respecting office and all that. So
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump. Any specific
Yeah.
reason?
Yeah, only actually I didn't want Trump to run in the primaries.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping maybe another Republican would run because of the divisiveness that kind of happened with him. Now, I think he is doing an amazing job right now, but I voted for him because Kamala just honestly
Is it dumb shit?
I mean, it's like a job interview,
Mm-hmm.
and all the interviews and everything that she had on TV, she didn't really make the cut for a job interview.
Yes, ma'am.
It is a job, and I felt that Trump was better suited for the job, and he did learn from his mistakes the first time around. I think he has overall one of the best things he did. I think he put in a really strong cabinet. He has people who used to be Democrat. He's got people from all different walks, out of the box thinkers. I just really love his cabinet. So.
Could you name one policy that you like that Trump has that maybe Kamala doesn't?
Yeah, the immigration. I am all about immigration. I'm all about people coming here legally. I just don't want people walking across the border without
paperwork or anything.
Yeah, we don't know. My grandparents, they came in through Ellis Island. My grandmother had to have a place she was going. She had to say where she was going. She had to have a job already. She had to have a sponsor. And then she had to work her ass off. So, sorry for the language.
No, it's all right. Don't worry.
She had to work her butt off. And there are a lot of people who probably did come across that were great, and they are going to do that. My future daughter-in-law, her parents were immigrants from Mexico. They worked their butt off, but they all came in legally. And let me tell you, talking to them, they're more pissed than anybody else. They're more pissed than I am probably, because they had to work for it. They had to work for it. They didn't just like come across and get free EBT cards and hotels to stay in. It's not, the people who actually immigrated here legally are, I think, more upset than people, that I'm second, third generation. So.
Do you think America was built off of European American culture?
No.
Yeah.
You want to say why?
No. Why?
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
You mind coming over here?
Yeah, come over here.
The reason that America wasn't built off European culture was because we had 1775.
What happened then?
The revolution.
Oh, right. But
Well, it wasn't 1775. That was when the Marine Corps was born.
Yeah.
But
and the Army.
The reason that the United States went their own way was because what's the big stump word in history? Taxation without causation.
Right.
That's why Americans went their own way. Unfortunately, we've lost our way.
Yeah. But I think that the basis of our culture, like the traditions, things like that, are centered in European.
Generally European. However, I've told everybody in this world, if you want to know how the politicians and speak and where they want to go, look at Europe. This is not the way that Europe wants to go, or the United States. Period.
Yeah.
Do you think people are tribal to their own race?
People are tribal to their own instinct, not their race.
Could you explain a little bit more?
Well, it's okay. So here's a theory: let them be. Let them. Do you know the let them theory?
No clue. Could you explain?
The let them theory is let them do what they're going to do.
So let them learn the hard way.
I'm let both of you doing what you're doing, and showing me who you are, how you are, what you are, and why you are. Let them be. So that's, I think, in an acceptable way right now to understand society. Let people show you who they are.
Do you think the white culture has been replaced in America?
Wow, that's a firebrand.
I don't think we're being replaced. I think it's gonna mesh. I mean, America is all about that
Is this for like
mesh.
schoolwork or something?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna mesh. I think it's going to evolve, hopefully in a good way.
Sorry about that.
I don't think we're being erased.
Replaced.
Or
Erased.
replaced.
No, see,
No,
the issue is the question itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue, is the question itself. If you ask a question based on color, you're already in the back seat.
How is that?
You asked a question about color. You're already in the back seat.
I get where this guy's coming from, but I mean, I also don't. I mean, he couldn't even explain himself what he means, so you'll see that. But how is me asking a question about race putting me in the back seat? I mean, I just don't get it, you know? It's almost like if a black man was to ask is the black culture being put down or something. I mean, he wouldn't say nothing about that. That's where I kind of I want to do more of these videos about the white culture actually, because we got a lot of interesting things. A lot of people did not like this, topic. You know, they wanted to stay far away from it, and you know, I get it. A lot of people, if you come out and you say anything about the white race, if you say anything about white people, black people, blah blah blah, as a white man, you're a racist. You're fascist. You're scum, piece of shit, worst on the earth. And you know, that's why I want to get away from that. I should be out there. I should be allowed to ask about my people. I mean, that's my people. That's your people too. I think that's your people too. You know, that's something that you should be concerned about. Fiend's going fucking crazy, but that's something you should be concerned about. I mean, I don't know. I'll leave it up to y'all though.
If you see everybody, regardless, as a citizen, hey Ted.
Yo, Ted, if you're somehow watching this, just know you're the fucking goat, alright? Don't let these fucking idiots put you down. Just because you were in a motorcycle accident and something bad happened to you, don't let these idiots make you think you feel stupid. Don't let them make you feel stupid. You're the smartest man in this whole fucking building, alright? You are the most well-spoken. Like, you're not just going off about blah, 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 like forgetting the question halfway through. I mean, you know what you're talking about. Even if I don't agree with absolutely everything you said, at least you know what you're talking about. Okay? Don't let these idiots fucking put you down. Alright, every single person I talked to in that building tried to tell me just because you were in a motorcycle accident, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a little crazy. Don't listen to them. Don't let them do that to you. Ted, I love you.
Sir, if you see an American citizen or a citizen here as a color or a type of color, you're already wrong. That's it.
You can explain how?
If you can't understand that,
just say you're too obliterated to explain it. Just be honest, bro.
If you see a person as a color, you're already wrong. You're here. I get that. Mm-hmm. But no, it's judge by the content of the character, not the color of their skin. Who was that?
I don't know.
Martin Luther King.
I mean, I agree
Martin
with
Luther
that.
King.
I agree with that. But I think we're too afraid. You can't say, if I describe, say a black man walks in the front door, and if I can't describe him as a black man that just walked in the front door, then that's wrong. I mean, that is a description. There are different skin colors, and we should be able to describe someone.
We're in two different spheres here. What it's saying is, like, I don't look at somebody by their color based on their color.
I don't judge them by their color.
Exactly.
I don't judge them by their color, but I shouldn't be afraid. Society has made it so that I can't say, oh, there's this gorgeous black man that just walked in and tried this hat on, and man, he looked amazing.
One of those hats yesterday.
I can't. They come at me because I said he was a black man. No, that's a description. That's like a color in my crayon box. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to judge him by his color.
Wouldn't you believe that maybe some people have the right to judge because 14% of the population is white people and they commit 50% of violent crimes?
There is that, yes. And so, I get that. No, that is a true statistic. So,
80% of
you're going to be...
foreign-born immigrants voted for Mamdani.
Right, yes, but...
What do you think about Mamdani?
What he's asking is,
right.
And I get that. So I'm not going to be dumb. If a black man walks in a black man walks in...
I think it's getting better.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is getting better.
It's changed a lot.
I think.
People are coming out and not being weird and all this. Yeah, it's...
I do. I think it is getting better.
I've been across the country, and where I came from, it was very anti-black. And up here, they're just other people. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, so you're cool with somebody else. They're cool with you. Everything's good.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and I'm not going to be dumb. I used to live near Chicago. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go walk through the south side of Chicago by myself. I'm going to get hurt.
Avoiding Cabrini Green.
I mean, it's
I had a Marine Corps buddy
it
in Cabrini
is,
Green, and he wouldn't even walk out at night.
Oh.
Yeah, it's there are certain things that you can and can't do.
There are some things you can and can't do, and it's because of where you are, and it's not because of the people, it's because of the location.
It's because how they're brought up.
Yeah,
Yes,
and that's about
yes.
right, yeah.
Yep.
Do you think white-only towns or campuses are racist?
What kind of campuses?
White-only towns or campuses? Like only allowed, like white people are only allowed
I
there.
think they're mostly
Uh.
all changed because there aren't many white houses or white
What he's saying
places
is
left.
they don't know what they do. They're not. They haven't lived enough to understand. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think it has changed nationally to where it is different because down here, and I'm from Oregon, and I came down here, and it's like a whole different world down here because
Yeah.
there's blacks around and whites around, and they all get along fine. And up there, whoa, it's
It was
different
divided,
thing.
just like the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
It's mostly black, and it's
So really, I think that.
Do you think
we're
they're
getting-
racist though?
No, I don't think they're racist. I think that we get to we're getting to the core of your questions, which is, I think society, more or less sees people doing what they're doing. To you, Ted,
Mm-hmm.
and then we formulate an opinion based on those things, and we see it reoccurring
That's a good way to put it.
naturally again and again. So that's how the opinion I believe is formulated.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got a swath of America like ourselves here that it's just mentally unstable. People are doing things that they shouldn't be doing regardless of color, and that's the way that we see it.
What is
Or I
America?
see it anyways.
Or what is America?
I have to step out. You guys are doing amazing.
All right, yes, ma'am. Thank you. What do you think America is?
Good show. What do I think America is?
Like, what is America?
America is America. America is
Circular
rooted
definition.
deeply,
Different
I think.
people
So
in different places.
the farther away
and they've all got their own way of living.
you got it.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
I said there's different people in different places, and they're just living their lives, and
We just do what we do.
yeah,
Yep.
and it's good or bad, but it's just the way it is.
The bad ones go to prison. The good ones stay alive and do their thing, and just
mind
just
step
live
over a
life.
little Thank you.
Is there's something wrong there?
No, just so we can all be in the show.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
No, we're gonna probably be on a YouTube channel at some point.
Nah. So, why do you think people are losing their faith in God?
They've been trained to walk away.
I'm the other way. I started out kind of like a black guy because I got into a lot of trouble. And eventually I got out of it, and now I'm a Christian.
Why do you think that happened? How do you think you got away?
Because the people I was exposed to.
So your environment changed?
Basically,
Yeah.
your upbringing, your environment.
Yeah,
right?
it's
yeah.
because
It's who you're around, how
around
you're brought up.
There's like
Yep.
lots of white people, and they're all good, clean people. And I got into one of those families, and it turned me into a clean guy. And yeah, and
Yes, sir.
because I was gonna die, and
You know, it's funny. My best Marine Corps buddy's brother's black.
yeah.
He's in jail.
Oh,
What did he do, if you don't mind us asking?
I was in jail,
I
but
ain't gonna
only
say
for a
that.
little while.
No. He's in jail for the rest of his life.
Oh,
It's my best buddy.
Where do you think the misconception comes from that all white people own slaves?
Slaves, if I remember correctly, what is it? Slovakia?
That's a country.
Yeah. Slavs. That's where the term comes from. So
I just want to give a little insight on what he's talking about because he doesn't really know what the fuck he's talking about. He kind of does, but the word slave does not come from Slovakia. It originates from the medieval Latin term Slavicus, sclavis, something like that, meaning Slav, because Slavic people were slaves and whatnot during the Middle Ages.
So the misnotion or the misconception that the United States and slavery, it actually was global and it didn't start here, right? So while I 100,000% disagree with it, it was imported into the United States of America, and it was a global phenomenon, and that's the reason the Marines actually were born.
To stop slavery?
That's why they're called Leathernecks. Yeah.
I also want to give a little background on this. The Marine Corps was not invented to stop slavery. It was invented for like naval combat and shit because they needed that kind of stuff. I suppose it was used to stop slavery in a way, but that wasn't the whole purpose of it. That wasn't the whole purpose of its invention.
They
Okay.
stopped
I didn't know
the
that.
They stopped the slave boats. They wore leather around their necks, so when they fought the Kurds,
They wouldn't get slit.
there you go. They tried to stop slavery. So the United States was actually an active front in stopping what was happening in the bringing into the United States of America.
Do you
A
think
lot of people don't
That's
know
if
that.
you go back a couple hundred years. Yeah.
Do you think white people are becoming the minority?
Not yet.
Not yet. How long do you think that'll?
Statistically, I have no idea.
Well, statistically, we are. I think we used to be like 50%. Now we're like 8%.
If you look at it globally, yes. If you
Globally,
look
for
at
sure.
it from an American standpoint, or in America, we're not. It's like 60, 68%, 67%, something like that.
So if we become the minority, should we also get reparations?
Well, I mean, all of us have a little bit of
Hopefully
some
it'll all
blood.
get smoothed out over the years.
It's like the gal that said, I'm the second generation off the boat. Second, third generation off the boat. Fought in the Civil War. My ancestors for the North. From an Irish standpoint, no, I think the reparations thing is absolutely absurd.
If any, what culture or race do you think should run America? Or should be predominant?
I don't have an answer for that.
I don't think there is an answer to that because people are people and they act the way they act. It's just the way it goes.
Let me tell you, the ones that are to run the country are the richest, most powerful people
That's true.
that
And
have
they're
the most
mostly
money.
white
Yep.
people, yep. But
White or black,
it's
it
not
doesn't
the
matter.
way it is. It's just the way it worked out.
The richest, most powerful people will run the planet. Period. They will run America. They will run Europe. They will run Israel, Venezuela. It doesn't matter. That's the way it works.
Alright, well, that's it. Thank you. I so wish I kept recording, even if it was just audio. This would have been so funny to listen to. This guy started talking about how he's gonna sue me and shit if I end this up on YouTube. Well, guess what? I'm not telling you to go sue me, but guess what? It's on fucking YouTube, bitch! Your face is on YouTube, bitch! And you know how you said I don't have nothing that you could sue me for? Well, guess what? You're right, okay? So, what are you gonna sue me for anyway, huh? You're gonna take my cat? Well, guess what? Please don't. Come on, don't sue me. I'm gonna just show up with a public lawyer. You're gonna waste all this money on legal fees, and it's not gonna get you anywhere. Come fucking sue me. Come fucking do it, pussy. So this one's on me. The first 50 seconds, I didn't record it on my phone, so I didn't get any good audio. So you hear birds chirping and shit. It sounds terrible. Nobody wants to hear that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it out and get to this part, I guess. Sorry about that. I got a microphone coming in Thursday, so this will never happen again, I promise. I'm getting my shit together, I promise you. This is Ted, the man who's in the motorcycle crash. I can't say motorcycle for some reason. But y'all tell me what y'all think about him in the comments. Does he seem out of it, or does he seem perfectly fine? You guys tell me. Are white people being replaced in America?
Kinda.
Do you think white towns or white-only towns or white-only campuses are racist?
You know, it kind of depends on where you go, because I've been, like in Oregon, it's really racist out there.
Yes, sir.
But out here, it's really not bad.
What is racism?
It's when people hate each other.
Not off anything specific. They just hate each other.
Well, depending on the color of their skin and such.
Okay. What is America?
What is America? It's like everybody living together.
Why do you think people are losing their faith in God? In America.
I don't. I got a cross right here.
Yes, sir.
And I was kind of a God hater, or not hater, but just
Atheist?
I was against him earlier.
Yes, sir.
But I've turned around, and I think God's a good guy.
How do you think God saved your life or changed it?
He got me to quit taking drugs and some of the bad stuff, bad things around here, and people believe in those. And they made some that are actually legal, like 2 races actually became legal. And that's weird because I've been with those races and they're not good people.
Yes, sir.
And it's crazy.
Do you think natives are native to America?
Oh, all natives?
Like Native Americans, like mostly Indians.
Like what?
Indians, Native Americans.
Oh, Indians and such are Americans because they came here first.
Yes, sir. So you believe they were the first ones here?
What?
So you believe that they were the first ones here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think people of different races are different, act different?
I used to, but, well, I'm from Oregon, and I came all the way out here, and it's shown me that people are all the same.
Yes, sir.
And
So does it matter what race you are? People are just...
no, I don't think it does.
Okay. Why is there a misconception all white people own slaves or their ancestors? Where do you think it comes from?
It's the way it used to be, and people kind of get mindsets, and I think that's it.
All right. Last question. Is white culture becoming the minority?
I don't think so. I think it's hanging in there. And there's getting to be more blacks and such around, but that's because they were so far behind before. They're just getting caught up now.
Okay. That's it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You guys tell me in the comments what you think about that boy. I just want to say shout out to Ted. You're the fucking GOAT, all-time star. I love you, boy. Me and Aiden, we love you. If you ever need somebody to come talk to, come hang out with, man, you know where to find me. I'll put my email or whatever in the description. All you gotta do is hit me up. Email me up, man. I'll come back out there and we'll talk some more. I'll hang out with you, man. You seem pretty cool. And like I said, don't let these white trash push you down. And not everybody in there is white trash, obviously. The older lady we talked to, she was cool. And the people in the story, it was really just that man. That grumpy old drunk man. I mean, he was really the problem. He kept whispering in my ear, "This guy's been in a motorcycle crash. You better watch out." Like, you fucking disgust me, bro. Alright, sir, what's your name?
Shane.
Shane, nice to meet you, Shane. Does the widespread availability of pornography undermine traditional family values and institutions, leading to societal decay?
Yes, they do.
Can you explain how?
Well, I think it leads to child pornography, sex trafficking. So, and that's the problem with porn. And it's available, and kids these days can see it and get access to it. And back in my day, we didn't have that.
Yes, sir.
And now they do.
Does the normalization of certain sexual acts and porn lead to violence?
In some senses, yes.
And is pornography biologically addictive, similar to illicit drugs?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Does prolonged use of porn lead to negative psychological... Get it out, yo. Stop fucking stuttering. Holy shit. Effects?
It can. I think it can.
Could you explain a little bit?
Well, because people that's into porn, they don't get the interaction with human touch, so therefore they become insensitive. It's just all about the porn. And there's no sensuality or nothing in it.
Yes, sir. Why do you think porn is so easily accessible?
Internet. Yeah.
Do you think there's any reason though, like is like control people or anything like that?
I think crazy. People put that out there for people to access it, and I don't think it's right. So
Yes, sir. Should porn be more regularly restricted?
Yes.
It should.
Yes.
All right. You got any questions? So, what is the American culture?
Family values, religion, and
Is that it?
family.
Yes, sir. What do you think the white culture is?
The white culture is the same.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's family, love. So,
Yes, sir. What culture do you think should run America?
what culture? Anyone that has them values of love, trust, integrity, and respect.
Yes, sir. Was America built as a country dominated by European American culture?
I'm not sure about that one.
Not sure. All right. Do you think people are tribal, like to their own race and whatnot?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you think white people are being replaced in America?
Yeah, I do.
Could you go a little into depth about that?
Well, foreigners are taking our jobs, they're causing us to not be able to have jobs,
Yes, sir.
making white people live in poverty. So, and that's pretty much my view on it. You know, but they come over here, they don't pay insurance, they don't have to pay taxes for so long, but yet they get better paying jobs than we do.
Yes, sir. What is America?
America is humanity, hope, peace, love. That's my view.
Do you think white-only towns or campuses are racist?
Yeah,
They are.
yeah,
Have you heard about the black-only campuses they're doing?
yes, and I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
Nope, I don't agree with Miss Black America and the beauty pageants because, well, we never done that.
Yes, sir.
We didn't discriminate against none of them.
Yes, sir. Why do you think people are losing their faith in God?
Now that I do not know. They need to get back in church.
Yes, sir. Do you think people are different, like of different races, act differently?
Some cultures are different, but each culture has its own beliefs. That's just like religion. They all have their own beliefs.
Yes, sir.
But there's only one God.
Amen. Why is there a misconception all white people own slaves or ancestors?
Now that I do not know. My ancestors did. They had slaves.
Yes, sir.
But I don't agree with that. Nobody should be held as a slave.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you've got a maid and you pay them, that's fine. But a slave, no, that's wrong.
Is white culture becoming the minority?
I believe so.
Think so.
Yep.
Could you go into a little depth about that?
Well, because you hear more and more of different races being in higher platforms, and the white people are going in lower. So, and that's what I think.
Yes, sir. That's it. Thank you. So who am I here with today? What? Who am I here with today?
I'm Richard.
Richard. Nice to meet you, Richard.
I'm
What's your
Gus.
name? Nice to meet you, Gus. So what is American culture?
That is a tough one because America's built on immigration and people from all different cultures. So I call it a gumbo of culture.
Yes, sir.
So a mix of all kinds of different things that create our culture.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go a different route. I truly feel culture comes from what people see on culture of lately comes from what people see on television, what actors are doing, what famous people are doing. I think a lot of people are wrapped up in social media and what the coolest actors are doing and what's in style and what's cool by virtue of who's doing it on stage. So I think culture of lately for youth is coming from entertainment. Older people, their culture comes from what you just described.
Yes, sir. So what culture do you think should run America?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for that.
What do you think?
What? Well, we'd have to define culture.
Yeah.
But man, I think someone that has a good overview of the diversity of the country and the way that the country should be diverse,
Yes,
and
sir.
that someone has an understanding of that, they're the ones that should be running the country.
I think America was built as a country dominated by European American culture.
Is it dominated by European American?
Built and dominated.
Built and dominated by America,
Built.
by European.
Okay. Go
I'm
ahead.
going to say no. The whole reason we're here is because they didn't like what was happening over there. At the end of the day, that's what happened, right? Everybody said,
Yes.
fuck this, we're coming over here. And then when the English came over here, we managed to kick their butts and kick them out of here, saying no, we wanted something different. So I would say no to that answer, to that question.
I'd say that's the history of our country, but I think we've come full circle, and that we're now going back to that uh, capitalist dominated idea of power and control.
Yes, sir.
And I think we might be going backwards a little bit.
Do you think people are tribal, like to their race?
I want to say no.
To their race, tied to their race.
No, tribal to their races, and like, I'm going to say no.
Could you go a little bit of death?
My quick 2 cents on that is, I would say people are tribal to their religion, not their race.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's a big difference. I don't think race plays a card in that question you just asked as much as religion.
So you think America is more, or not America, sorry, you think people are more tribal to their religion, they stick to it?
Correct. Correct.
And maybe that has a lot to do with their culture too, you know.
True story.
But yeah, that's true.
All right.
I'm really hard.
Do you think the white culture or white people are being replaced?
Absolutely not.
I think it's a really good talking point, but white culture is not going anywhere like the other cultures aren't going anywhere. I think it's weird that people focus on, like, recently white culture being at stake because of all the, immigration and whatnot, but I don't think white culture is going anywhere. I don't think any cultures are going anywhere. No cultures are going extinct anywhere anytime soon. So, but I think that's a good talking point. Everybody's like, oh, white culture is going away because we have all these people coming in. I don't believe in that one bit.
Is it white culture going away, or is it that we're recognizing other cultures and giving them space at the table,
exactly.
equal opportunities?
Exactly.
You know, white race going away means, oh my God, we don't have power anymore.
Correct.
You know, it's like, but it's time to relinquish some power and like bring everybody to the table, because this is a melting pot of people, and we should have everybody's views so we can all understand how we can move forward and live a better life.
Yes, sir. What is America?
What is America? It's an experiment that has its highs and its lows, but for the most part, it's a successful sailing ship that hasn't sunk yet.
Yes, sir.
And it's weathered some serious storms, and it will keep weathering storms. I don't think it's ever going to fail. I don't think it's ever going to sink, but I think, bigger storms are coming. But I think, all in all, I think it's a thing. It's not going anywhere, and it's still afloat.
And along those lines, it's a very young sailing ship, and if it doesn't look to its neighbors and see the cycle of life, say the Europeans and the Far East and things like that, and learn from those mistakes, then we are going to see some, we've seen troubled times already, and then we're going to see more stuff coming into our borders, more problems, and I think we really need to look at history and the cycle of life of countries and cultures and things like that, so we can recognize where mistakes were made and try to prevent those. But we're young and naive, and I think there's going to be some consequence to that.
Do you think white-only towns or campuses are racist?
Say again, why don't?
Do you think white-only towns or campuses are racist, like white-only colleges?
Does that even exist?
I mean, there's black-only campuses.
Yeah, but I think that has a place.
So,
That has a place.
what do you mean by that?
I think. What's the name? What are the schools called?
Yeah, the historically black colleges, things like that.
Black
Yeah,
colleges.
there's a name.
You
I
take
don't
things
remember
into account that way back when some schools were never segregated, so black students didn't have a spot at the table, and if they did have a spot at the table, it was very difficult. And these schools came about a long time ago that were predominantly black, and it's mostly predominantly. I don't think there's predominantly Japanese or predominantly any other
Right.
race.
Awesome.
I think there's a wonderful place for those, and I don't think it's wrong for there to be an all-black school. What I've seen lately and I've heard lately is that some of the multicultural schools that are not all black, the students are asking for segregation within their own schools, which I find to be odd. Like, if you want to go to an all-black school, it's one thing, but don't go to a school that's not an all-black school and say, we want all whites in this dorm and all blacks in this dorm. And that's the students saying that. That's not faculty.
Yes, sir.
And I find that really odd. to go back to the beginning, which caused the problem for them to be all black universities, which was the whole segregation part of it.
So black only schools or whatnot are not racist, but white only are.
I wouldn't say are. I just don't think white only schools exist. So to say that is an actual entity to compare to a black university, I don't
Should
think
they
it's-
exist?
Huh?
Should they exist?
Should they exist? I don't think so. I don't think so, but I don't think you can't. If I can't name one, you can name me one school that's all white? No, I can't. So I don't think that exists. But I think all black colleges should exist, specifically from where they came from, the roots, the origin of what that was in the first place.
I think the answer to your original question, do you think all white towns and all white schools are racist? I think most of that is true, yes, I do. There's a lot of racism in all white towns. Why are they all white if they're not racist? Why wouldn't they let other cultures in?
But couldn't you say the same thing about a all black campus or all black town?
Well, like you were saying, an all black school has been created because there's been no room at the table.
But now we have room at the table. It's not the same as 200 years ago.
True, that is true, and I would say that the need for an all black college is the sad part. Why do we need that? Why can't
I don't
we-
think we even need one. I think they just want one.
No, I think we need them. I think there's a word.
Why do
I
you
can't
think we
of
need-
it.
like, just
I
we-
can't think of the name. There's actually, believe it or not, Donald Trump is the one that signed the law saying permanent funding for these all black
Right.
schools, and I forget the name of what's the.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you.
I'd have to look.
I did like a couple seconds of research. I didn't go that much into it, but from what I could find and what AI told me and like Google and whatnot, Trump never once passed a law that said like funding for all black schools or anything like that. So I don't know where this guy got that from. Probably like Facebook or like Fox News. But I mean, I personally couldn't find anything on that. I saw he passed something where it's like it should be less off race and more off skill. So like the opposite of DEI. I think that's what he's talking about actually. I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think he's talking about DEI. But Trump's not the one who passed DEI. That was all Biden and Kamala Harris, I'm pretty sure. Which shouldn't be a thing. You're telling me I totally agree with what Charlie Kirk said. There's a lot of like stuff going around where Charlie Kirk said, "Would you rather have a black pilot or a skilled pilot?" I mean, obviously, I'd rather have a skilled pilot. I mean, I don't want some black lady just walking in there saying, "I know how to fly a plane," and then she hops in there and she crashes us into a fucking tower. I mean, that's just not what I want. I'd rather have a pilot who's got 20 years of experience. I mean, plain and simple.
That up, but
There's a name for it,
yeah,
but
okay.
I don't think all white towns and all white schools exist. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think there's an entity. I don't
I
think
mean,
I
there
can-
is not that they don't allow black people or whatnot in,
Right.
but like there is towns that like I couldn't name one, but there definitely is towns that only have white people or whatnot.
I'll give you a for instance. I'm from New Orleans, and Harahan, Louisiana had a golf club, and everyone who lived in Harahan was part of the Hara clan. No pun intended, Hara clan. They didn't allow black people in that golf club, which was really weird. And this is like less than 3 years ago. Nobody knew that was in the books until it became public, and when it became public, that golf course shut down because it was wrong.
Right.
As soon as somebody became aware of it, they're like, "Holy crap, this is terrible! How
Yes.
can this even exist?" Well, their books hadn't changed since they opened up the golf course way back, 40, 50 years ago. And New Orleans happened to be one of the last cities in this great country that actually accepted segregation and integration, not segregation, integration. So it's kind of weird. It just fell under the radar for a very long time. But again, once these things come to light, like an all-white golf club, it comes to an end because that shouldn't exist.
Why do you think people are losing their faith in God?
Well, in my opinion, God is a made-up thing.
Really?
And it was made up to have power over people and control. And that's what religion is. Okay, religion is a personal thing, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a personal thing. Whatever you feel as yourself, it shouldn't be something that you have to broadcast or put on to other people. And there's nothing against gathering people and going to a place and worshiping. That's not a problem. But I'm not quite convinced that there's I don't have faith, I guess, in that.
So, to ask your question again,
Why do you think people are losing their faith in God?
I think it's the for lack of a better word, the decimation of the family unit. what is actually considered a family now is not necessarily what was considered a family back then when religion was a very popular thing. And I want to say popular, just widely accepted. I think the family
During like the
unit-
Great Awakening and stuff.
not yeah, kind of sort of. I don't want to call it the Great Awakening, but I think what we call the family now, like it could be two fathers, could be two mothers, could be whatever the combination is. Most religions are very specific about who, what, when, and where, and it doesn't fit the mold to what is happening right now. So that's why I think there's a big gap and a disparity between what used to be and what is now, as far as people believing in religion and God.
Yes, sir.
And if God, if the teachings of God that we learn about love thy neighbor and treat thy neighbor as yourself, you would treat yourself, and you do not kill and do not all this stuff, then that's a godly thing. And what's going on in this world where people are killing people left and right for wars, for land and power and that kind of stuff.
Oil.
If God existed,
You would laugh.
then why isn't
Well, from my knowledge, God died and gave us, or Jesus died on the cross to give us our free will and whatnot, so that
our free
I did get it a little wrong here. I'm sorry about that. Jesus did not die on the cross to give us free will. He died on the cross to forgive us of our sins and help us repent. Eve, I was gonna say Eve ate the forbidden fruit, which is not true either. That is just proof that we had free will and we could do what we want. And Eve took her free will and she did wrong with it. Therefore, sin is created, and that's how we can sin now. So that is my apology. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look more into Christianity. I'm trying to do better and be more of a Christian man. But yeah, I'm very sorry about that. It gives us so we can do whatever we wanted.
we can do it. Yeah.
But you have to accept the fact.
But we have to accept
you have to
our
accept the
responsibilities,
fact that, I mean,
consequences.
what was the last statistic?
That's why hell
I think
exists.
90% of the globe believes in a god, one form of a god or another.
Mhm.
So you can't say God doesn't exist to 90% of the population. You have to accept it as a reality, their reality. So.
But God
yeah,
is always on our side.
of course.
Who's
he's on
ever
the
God
side of
is
the
always on
righteous.
our side.
Yeah.
and
It's
it's
all
okay for God to be on our side
Yeah.
and to hate somebody else.
Correct.
Well, God doesn't hate nobody.
God, no, we do.
We do.
But
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean God does. God gives us our free will to do what we want with our free will. If we want to go out, say if I want to go out and kill somebody, I mean, God didn't tell me to kill somebody.
True. Yeah.
God,
We have that free will to do that.
God just, He'll send us to hell for it. I mean, it's not like He told us to do that.
See, that's what I think.
That's how I see it.
You know how you confirm religion, how you believe in religion? You can't, it's one of those fail-safe moments. You won't know until you die if there's a heaven and hell.
Right.
So you sit here and you live your life and you do all these things you want to do, and you don't really care because there's no recourse, there's no immediate recourse. Until you die, you're on your deathbed, you're like, oh, I'm dying, and you die, you're in a waiting room, you're like, oh shit. There's a door says heaven, a door says hell, and there's a guy in the middle that says,
right.
you got an interview here. You don't know where you're going to be. And then you realize, oh shit, everyone was right and I was wrong. All those things do count. And there is a scorecard.
Well, that's-
all the good and all the
That's
bad.
Catholic
that we've
religion
done.
in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it just in case.
Yeah.
But to answer your real question, why are we losing our faith in God? Maybe because we look around and we see all the injustice and the killing and the warring and all that stuff, and we figure, well, if there was a God, why wouldn't they step in and like change all that? So I believe they're not here.
So we have dentists, right? But there's still people with jacked up teeth.
It's true.
You know, it's like
But
Right.
it's
But
beautiful.
what people, why are they losing their faith in God?
Yeah. I don't speak
That's
for
a reason, because there's shit
That's a good
going on in the
point.
world.
That's a good
Why
point.
is it going on? Why isn't, if God were here, you'd think something would be regulated or something, it'd be some kind of overview of it, like, hey, you're going in the wrong direction. Maybe we shouldn't pull you back here. Let's not do that. Let's not torture children. Let's not kill people for war. Let's not have mass genocide. Perhaps we shouldn't do that.
Well, to my knowledge, that's what the commandments and whatnot are for.
The commandments.
To tell us to not do that kind of stuff, and we just
Life.
we just
My favorite part of
do what we want with them.
My favorite part of Christianity, I don't know any other religions, but Christianity, and it doesn't matter if it's Baptist, Catholic, or anything like that, correct me if I'm wrong, at the very last minute, you can ask for forgiveness.
That's what Catholicism-
That's not how that works. You have to.
Catholicism.
I was told that's how
Bless
it
me,
works. I was
Father,
made
for
a
I have
promise.
sinned.
It wasn't. You gotta really I can't just go out and rape somebody and then say I'm sorry. I gotta genuinely believe in it.
Not at that exact moment. This again, it goes down to the end, the last days.
Well, it's like, are you really sorry for what you did, or are you just
20 million
or are you just
questions.
doing it?
You and your maker know what you really feel and
Exactly.
what you really don't feel.
Right.
So you have to take that into account. Now, is this something that, is truly, if I truly think, prisoners are about to go to the death chair. They truly repent. They repent their sins. Some of them, I believe, really do hate what they did. They don't understand how they did it. They don't understand how they got to this point, and they really, really repent. They still have to die. We don't know if that that whole entire thing we saw them getting corrected and they're sorry for everything they've done. We don't know if that's true or not. Only him and that person on the other side of the fence are gonna know who's what, when and where and how. If there's any truth to it, we don't know. We don't know until we're dead, and that's the part where nobody will believe it. If you can't physically touch it or feel it or smell it or try it on no one's going to believe anything until they're actually at that point, but you don't know because that point is death. That's when you know where the next phase is, if there is a next phase.
Dude, holy shit. I'm so sorry about the wind. Hopefully this new microphone that I'm getting will have like wind blockers or something. Because, oh my gosh, it is terrible. I'm very truly sorry that all of you are having to listen to this. I'm sitting here listening. My ears are bleeding. I got headphones on, and my eardrums are fucking busted.
If you guys had to believe in a god, which one, like which religion, if any? Or if you guys would stay agnostic or whatever, atheist?
I wouldn't believe in any religion because a religion is an organization. If I believe in God, I'm going to believe in God and the entity of what that does to me personally on a personal level. For me, God is nature, God is the beautiful world, God is beautiful people, God is all the right things in the world. That's God to me.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to explain when you say God. It doesn't matter. It's a generic term, God, that I would use, but it would be between me and my God, and it's a generic term for somebody who I believe is above and is a judger of good and bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a specific religion per se. Just my personal relationship with what I feel is God.
So are you both like agnostic? I think that's the word.
I'm not.
Are you like, do you have any religion you believe in, or is it just
I'm
atheist?
Catholic, and I'm now, I forget the last, I'm Episcopalian?
I don't know
That's
what
the
that
last
is.
one. Huh?
I don't know what that is. Could you enlighten me?
I don't know what it is either. My girlfriend at the time said we got to stop being a Catholic and be an Episcopalian, and I was like, sounds
It's a
like
watered down Catholic.
yeah, it's a watered down Catholic. Catholic religion is very tough. I was an altar boy. I did the whole entire altar boy thing and went to Catholic school and all that stuff.
Did the same thing. We're both
Yeah.
from New Orleans, and then that's like 99.9% Catholic,
Yep.
and that's what you do.
Or
You know?
you decide to come to Georgia?
Uh,
When you decide to come to Georgia?
I came to Georgia as an adult for work, and that,
Work.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Work.
So
Where do you think the misconception comes from that all white people own slaves?
Oh, because it's easy. Because it's easy to say all white people owned slaves back then because we portray it. It's being portrayed as the fact. It may or may not be the fact, but the way it's being portrayed is all whites own slaves.
well, that's
Not
only
true.
that's a colonizing generic term for white countries like England and America and stuff like that. White people in this country own slaves, but slavery is a worldwide
Yeah.
epidemic.
The Portuguese owned
Well, that's kind of where my whole point came from. You said white people here own slaves, but not every single white person ancestors own slaves.
No, white people that own slaves were all white people
Oh,
that
okay.
owned
I
them
see what you're
in this country,
Well,
but not all white people. I mean, there's all different cultures.
you know, there was also black people owning slaves too. It wasn't
As I say,
just.
all different cultures have experienced slavery. I'm not sure about in this country
Oh,
if
no.
black people own
I
slaves.
recently found
but
that
they
out.
had-
Black people own slaves here as
in
well.
this country.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was free. God, there's another word. I forget the title of it. Free black person
Yeah.
was entitled to own slaves. Yeah, it's a real thing. I didn't
Right.
even realize that until recently.
They used to be on the ships and whatnot, helping out.
Correct.
Right.
Well, I do know this. In Africa, in Liberia, which wasn't Liberia then, there was a certain group of people, blacks, who actually went and got the slaves to
Yep.
bring to Liberia, which wasn't Liberia then, but they're the ones who corralled people in the middle of the night and brought them to a certain point so that
Oh, that was my point.
ships from other
In
countries.
Africa, there were countries that were invading other countries that were having slaves, and then
Yeah.
they were selling people
There's still,
to the
but
colonizing
there's
countries.
still slavery today.
Yeah, and that's going
A
on.
lot of
It's going all over in
Yeah,
Africa.
Yeah,
it's
there's
all over
a
the world.
lot of slavery
Yeah.
going on today, but nobody talks about
So,
that.
yeah,
Nobody
that's
talks
not
about
Nobody
it.
cares.
That's not
It's
just
just
a
Nobody
white thing.
cares. That's
by
the
any
whole
means.
thing.
That's not just a white thing. But in our country, it is a white thing. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
99.999% of it. Yeah, there might have been a few outliers, black people that owned slaves that were,
Probably more
had
like
some
70.
money, and they somehow accidentally slipped the system because it was a system in this country, and
It's just the money making thing. Really.
yeah, exactly, power, and they needed those to work the
labor.
fields, and we were an agricultural. The South was, primarily agricultural, where the North was industrial.
I only figured, I watched the show. It was like, I think it was a show. It was a black historian. He actually was the one who said, he was telling these people who wanted, what's that word when you want, blacks who want reparations.
Uh-huh.
And this gentleman was like, they're like, why do you want reparations? Because the white man owes me this. And they're like, what about the black slave owners? They were
What
like,
is the
out of
percentage
the-
of that? Let's get into
There was
the
but percentage or not, because
Yeah.
what about those guys?
Yeah.
Don't they owe money too?
What do you think about the reparations and whatnot? That was the next question.
Ooh, that's a tough question, and I might set my friend over here, but I don't think anyone here, every country in this world has had shitty things happen to everyone. And the Japanese never wanted reparations when we dropped 2 bombs on them. World wars happened, and there was no reparations paid. Huge things have happened, and no one's come back and said, you know what, my great-grandmother was part of that situation, I want money for this. I don't like the money aspect of reparations. Now, if there was a whole entire, hey, we'll give you land, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll take care of you, taxes, I'll accept that as reality. But what I see personally is people saying reparations is, I want a dollar amount and I want it today. I don't think that's a good way of putting it. I don't think that's a good way of fighting your position.
Okay.
Saying I want a dollar amount right now. It doesn't look right.
Do you think the white culture is becoming the minority in America?
I don't think it's becoming a minority. I think.
It has gone down a lot, actually.
Well, has it gone down, or has
More.
more people come in?
No, white people are just not like breeding in this or breeding, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they're just not doing it.
I'm Cuban, so I can't answer that question.
Okay. I mean, you can. I mean, I've seen many black people answer this question. I mean, all you gotta do is just look around, and you can easily see most white women are hanging out with black people, or not hanging out. They're not going with their same race.
Depending on where you're at, I don't see white. And your question is, do I think white culture is diminishing? Is it going away? I don't think so. I think
Is there more
Mixture?
mixtures of people happening? Absolutely. Is that a good thing? Absolutely.
You should Google white mother and then Google black mother. It'll really interest you.
White mother. and
Just
black mother.
Google white mother and then Google black mother.
What am I gonna find?
I'll just let you find out for yourself.
My mother-in-law is sitting there freaking out that she thinks, of course paranoia, somebody is climbing through her ceiling to take the... Oh, yeah.
What are they doing? That one's getting messed up.
Thank God for my daughter. It's been this whole, that's why we didn't make her happy. It's been this whole thing.
Probably not. We can ask that.
So she just turned 86 November 12th. But before my grandfather passed a few years, my father-in-law passed a few years back, he would tell me that, she's not right. Because I guess this is like a progression of stuff over years. Right. And years and years. We all forget.
Get my foot. Little feisty fuckers.
She either hides her purse in the washing machine.
Yeah, that one likes it, I think. That's why he keeps doing that.
One of those big freezer things. Washing machine. It's on the washing machine. Because she forgot.
He wants my foot so
No.
bad.
Would we be able to pet one, or is that kind of?
Do what?
Would we be able to pet one, or is that kind of?
Oh, no, unfortunately.
All right, that's I understand.
One had COVID.
Oh, what kind of dog is it?
A Frenchie, French
Oh,
bulldog.
okay.
Yeah,
These are expensive ones.
Have you heard about the monkeys who had COVID and hepatitis C who escaped from the?
I did.
You heard about that? That was crazy.
Yes.
At Walmart, they're like $10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. We can go ahead, you can record all our liquors
Jamaican
and
Pepsi.
stuff. These are like our Jamaican tin products and teas and stuff, so we have all our teas and our tin stuff on this side. So those are Jamaican kind of teas that we drink.
So I have a question. Are the import prices not like high?
They are, but we stay within we try to stay, in
In range.
right.
In
The
margins.
tariff fee is really giving us a fight.
Yes, ma'am.
But we are still trying to stay on top.
Because
Yes,
I mean, you got good prices, and I figured it'd be a lot higher.
Yeah.
No, we
Because it's
don't
so
try.
far
Because
away.
$3.99, I mean that's good.
We try to stay in, and our stuff is organic.
Yes, ma'am. I've heard a lot
We-
about like tariffs are only hitting like not the consumers or the people buying it, it's only hitting other countries. So is that not true
Yes, it's like hitting us as
as well?
it's hitting us as persons who, because we do our own shipping here.
Oh, okay.
So we don't go through a third party. We do our own shipping. So that's where we get the hits.
Roasting gira.
Chief. I don't look Jamaican to me.
So you guys are on TikTok and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your name?
We're popular TikTokers.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Trent. That's Jack.
Oh, and what's
Jack
your
Daniels.
TikTok?
We have 12 million followers.
Happy Produce Carbon.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah. So that's here.
Just calling to tell you that
Oh, that is here, ain't it?
All right. So
Genuinely, these are like $20 at Walmart.
Really?
I'm so serious.
They're only $3.60 here.
I mean,
This is Aiden on the camera. Big things are happening. And you need to be ready. Because if you're not ready, I am ready. If you're not ready, I will be. So, remember that.